Good morning, America. We're tracking severe weather this morning. Nearly 70 million people in the path of serious storms. Possible violent tornadoes sweeping parts of the country, destroying buildings. Snow sweeping parts of the Midwest. Is the worst yet to come? Our weather team tracking the storms. What you need to know before heading out for the weekend.
Breaking overnight, fire breaks out at Coachella. Flames shooting at the popular music festival. Fans running. How this happened.
Caught on camera. Look at this disturbing newly released surveillance video showing an officer shooting a suspect point blank, leaving him critically injured. The officer says it was a mistake this morning, why prosecutors say that officer will not be facing any charges.
Not backing down. President Trump saying he's seriously considering a new plan for asylum seekers.
They want more people in their sanctuary cities. Well, we'll give them more people. We can give them a lot. We can give them an unlimited supply.
The backlash from Democrats.
It's immoral. It's unethical.
And potentially more troops heading for the border.
And Star Wars frenzy. Fans clamoring to get their first look.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what they're going to do.
The Rise of Skywalker sneak peek getting millions of views. We have the inside scoop from the celebration. What director J.J. Abrams is exclusively revealing to ABC News about the saga's epic finale.
Live from ABC News in New York, this is Good Morning America.
Hey, good morning. Eva is off, but we're very happy to have Janae Norman with us on the desk.
So excited to be here with you two.
Watch out for this guy. Has he shown you his
Watch out for
Darth
both
Maul
of you, I think.
Rob, by the way, who we should also watch out for, is down in D.C. for the National Cherry Blossom Festival. And speaking of Rob, we're going to start here with a big weather story, the threat of severe weather affecting nearly 70 million Americans this weekend.
Several states facing a risk of dangerous thunderstorms and a tornado outbreak. This on the heels of a major storm system causing damage overnight.
And there's more to come. So let's get right to Rob in Washington with the very latest. Rob, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Whit. This is a fast-moving, high-energy system to where our severe weather outbreak is now beginning. Tornado watches, severe thunderstorm watches already up for South Texas. Here it is on the radar scope. That's up until 9 o'clock with that low. Well ahead of it in Shreveport, one of several rounds of thunderstorms that you're getting now as this low ejects out of the Rio Grande and taps into that Gulf moisture. From the warm front south, that's where we think we'll see dangerous supercells, individual storms that can spawn not just tornadoes, but potentially long-track, dangerous tornadoes that could do some destruction and well into the night. So the bullseye is Shreveport, but anywhere from Houston up through Memphis is the target zone today for destructive winds. And then tomorrow, the thing kind of spreads out. We get a little bit more linear, so a bigger wind threat, but still the threat for tornadoes across a huge expanse from Tallahassee to Atlanta all the way up through Pittsburgh. More on that, and while we're here, a little bit later in the broadcast. Whit?
All right, Rob, we'll check back with you soon. Thank you. We do want to turn now to a story breaking overnight. Flames erupting at the Coachella Music Festival. ABC's Maggie Rulli is in L.A. with the very latest. Maggie.
Well, but it was a terrifying scene overnight at the Coachella Music Festival. We saw concertgoers running away in fear as a fire broke out near the campground in Indio, California. Now, witnesses say they heard explosions before the public showers went up in flames. Terrifying video posted on social media shows that massive fire becoming completely engulfed by flames. Firefighters respond almost immediately. They block the area. They urge everyone to leave. Ambulances show up to the scene. But luckily, no one was injured. Crews are saying the fire is now out. The Riverside County Fire Department is also saying the fire was due to a mechanical failure of the heating unit used for water. Now, the festival is expected to continue as scheduled, with Ariana Grande expected to headline on a Sunday, but we will continue to follow the story and bring you new information as we get it. Janae?
All right. Thanks, Maggie. Well, now to the escalating battle over immigration. President Trump says he's sending more troops to the border as he confirms he's seriously considering a plan to release illegal immigrants in sanctuary cities. ABC's White House correspondent Tara Palmieri is on the North Lawn with the latest. Tara, good morning.
Good morning, Janae. This idea of using migrants for political retaliation has been both publicly and privately dismissed by the president's advisors, but now he's breathing new life into this idea as he struggles to stem the flow of migrants at the border.
This morning, hundreds of migrants in southern Mexico making the trek to America's border. This as President Trump embraces unprecedented and potentially illegal action against asylum seekers.
They're always saying they have open arms. Let's see if they have open arms.
The president telling reporters that he may follow through on a fringe proposal to bus detained undocumented migrants and release them into so-called sanctuary cities, where local authorities refuse to cooperate with immigration officials. The plan was brought up twice by the Trump administration, but a White House spokesperson dismissed the proposal after it was revealed in the Washington Post, saying, quote, "This was just a suggestion that was floated and rejected, which ended any further discussion." But President Trump seeming to resurrect the plan.
We are looking at the possibility, strongly looking at, to be honest with you.
Targeting cities like New York, Chicago, and San Francisco, a sanctuary city in House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's district.
California certainly is always saying, oh, we want more people. We can give them an unlimited supply. And let's see if they're so happy.
It's just another notion that is unworthy of the presidency of the United States.
President Trump has long threatened to cut off aid to so-called sanctuary cities, but has faced legal challenges. His latest threat, also seen as an unrealistic political stunt.
It's illegal, it's immoral, it's unethical, it's sophomoric, it's petulant, and it's par for the course.
According to Customs and Border Protection, there were 103,000 apprehensions at the southern border in March, the highest number in any month since 2007. This all comes on the heels of the firing of two Department of Homeland Security officials, the Homeland Security Secretary and the Secret Service Director, and still threatening to send more military to the border.
President Trump has publicly backed away from his threat to close the southern border, but the New York Times is reporting that last week during his trip to the border, he told his now acting Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kevin McAleenan to close the border to migrants. And if he faces any legal repercussions, he would pardon him. Now, officials tell ABC News the pardon offer was a joke, and President Trump is tweeting that it's not true. Dan?
All right. Thank you very much, Tara, at the White House this morning. So much to talk about here. So let's bring in ABC News chief political analyst Matthew Dowd. Matthew, good morning. Let's start with immigration. What do you make of these ideas coming out of the White House, like shutting down the border or busing migrants to sanctuary cities? If you talk to his defenders, they'll say, look, this is a president who's looking at a serious crisis on our southern border, and he's just trying to come up with solutions. Do you buy that?
Well, I don't buy that. I mean, we know this has been the signature issue of President Trump since he started running for office when he came down the escalator at Trump Tower. This has been his issue. It's all related to building the border wall. This has been the way he's tried to forge himself into this race. But if he really wanted to fundamentally solve this issue, he would be gathering together the nations of Central America, where most of these refugees are coming from, and then they go through Mexico to come to the southern border because of threats of violence in their home countries, because of lack of food, lack of shelter, and all of that. And so if he wanted to really solve it, he would do that. I think he continues to want to make this a political issue. The problem for the president and the GOP is that we had a test case for this issue in the run-up to the midterm elections, where the president again tried to bring up this issue. And as you remember, in that election, voters voted overwhelmingly for a new Congress, a new House of Representatives. And so I think he's going to continue to bring this. I think we're going to be faced with this for 20 more months up until his reelection campaign in November of 2020.
And 2020 is already fully underway. Let me ask you about another big political story this morning. The president sent out this tweet with the words, "We will never forget." And below those words, a video that features graphic images from 9/11 interwoven with the words of freshman Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar. In the video, she refers to the events of 9/11 as, quote, "some people did something." Democratic presidential candidates are now actually rushing to Omar's defense. But doesn't defending her put them in an awkward position, given what she said about 9/11?
Well, I think in this context, while Representative Omar has said a number of things that have been concerning along the way, I think in this particular case, I think the Democrats are on much more solid ground in this. I think we have to put the president's comments and what he tweeted out in the context of what he wanted to do, which was ban all Muslims initially. He proposed that initially, and also of making up a story that he said he saw thousands of Muslims cheering on 9/11. This is a president that is using 9/11 and using the religion, Islamic religion of Representative Omar, in a way I think that divides the country. It's our country was founded on the idea many religions could come in here, and I think the president is using this to divide us.
Matthew Dowd, we always appreciate your analysis on a Saturday morning. Thank you.
Well, Dan, now to those horrifying moments at America's biggest mall. A 5-year-old seriously injured after being thrown or pushed over a third-floor railing. ABC's Ariel Reshef joining us with the shocking crime and the suspect now in custody. Ariel, good morning.
Good morning to you, Whit. This is simply unconscionable. A family trip to that mall ending in an unexplained horror. That suspect now under arrest.
The mystery deepening in Minneapolis this morning after this 24-year-old man was arrested, accused of throwing or pushing a 5-year-old from the 3rd floor of the Mall of America Friday.
We have a report over on the south side that someone just fell from the 3rd floor to the 1st floor.
The boy landing 2 stories below. First responders seen here urgently administering CPR.
We could see the EMTs over the little child, and all we could see are his little feet.
The child rushed to the hospital with life-threatening injuries.
They put the poor little boy on the stretcher.
There's so much blood.
And he was limp.
The boy's mother distraught.
She said to everyone, please pray for my son. Everyone here right now, please pray.
Shoppers in disbelief.
Why would you single out a kid and ruin a family's life like this?
Police say Emmanuel Deshaun Aranda shoved the little boy over the railing before taking off.
The suspect initially fled from the scene, and he was located inside the mall.
Officers swarming the country's largest mall, taking Aranda into custody. This was not Aranda's first run-in at the mall. Court documents show he was arrested twice at the mall in 2015 for throwing objects off the upper level and in a restaurant. A possible motive for the horrifying incident still a mystery.
At this time, we do not believe there is a relationship between the suspect and the child or the family of the child, and we are actively investigating as to why this incident occurred.
And that investigation is ongoing this morning. The Mall of America saying in a statement, this was a senseless act and words cannot truly express our profound shock and sadness. Aranda has now been charged with attempted homicide.
Yeah.
This is unfathomable.
Yeah, given that it was senseless, they're going to have to take a look at his mental health. Ariel, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Ariel. Well, now to a shocking police shooting captured on camera. That new video that we warn you is disturbing was released overnight. The suspect amazingly survives. ABC's Stephanie Ramos is in Washington. And Stephanie, they say that this was a mistake.
That's right, Janae. That's what the local district attorney is saying. He says the officer believed he was firing his taser, but instead fired his gun. The DA also says that does not constitute a violation of the law.
This morning, newly released surveillance video shows the moment this man is shot by a police officer while in custody. It happened inside the Bucks County Jail, about 25 miles from Philadelphia. In the video, the suspect, Brian Reiling, appears to take off his belt when a small plastic bag falls on the ground and lands by his foot. You see Reiling try to cover the bag with his foot. Officers notice and the struggle begins. One officer appears to yell taser as a warning. Taser! That same officer appears to reach for his waistband and takes out his gun instead. Reiling falls to the ground, clutching his stomach.
Why are you shooting?
The local district attorney says the officer mistook his firearm for the taser because they were both on the same side. While that is a violation of police department policies, the officer won't face any charges.
The conduct was neither justified nor criminal, but excused because the officer had a genuine mistake and honest belief that he was using his taser when instead he shot Mr. Reiling in the stomach.
Reiling was sent to the hospital in critical condition, and as for the officer, he has since retired, but again, he will not be facing any criminal charges. Whit.
All right, Stephanie Ramos in Washington for us. Thank you. Kim Jong-un saying he is willing to sit down with President Trump for a third summit now with conditions. The North Korean leader addressing Parliament saying he is giving the U.S. until the end of the year to offer mutually acceptable terms for a denuclearization agreement. Kim's speech coming just hours after President Trump discussed the importance of nuclear talks with South Korea's president, who is visiting Washington.
Back here at home, a new twist in the case of Robert Kraft. He's the owner of the New England Patriots. Prosecutors making a major revelation about the sting operation that led to Kraft's arrest on charges of soliciting prostitution. And ABC's Zachary Keish is right here with more. Zachary, good morning.
Dan, good morning to you. Robert Kraft was offered a plea deal that would have allowed him to walk away free and clear, but it would have required that he take ownership that he broke the law. Kraft turned it down and has instead argued the video surveillance was obtained illegally. Friday, prosecutors acknowledged there was no human trafficking. Lawyers for Patriots owner Robert Kraft back in a Florida courtroom Friday trying to convince a judge that secretly recorded video of Kraft inside this massage parlor should not be made public.
The position the media would have is that the way to help potential victims of human trafficking is to show them for the world on video, show them engaged in sexual conduct.
The request comes on the same day prosecutors admitted in open court they have found no evidence of human trafficking inside the day spa, which was at the core of their crackdown on massage parlors in the area.
We've vetted this case. We've done our due diligence. There is no human trafficking that arises out of this investigation.
Kraft was charged with misdemeanors for allegedly soliciting prostitution at the Orchids of Asia Day Spa in Jupiter, Florida on 2 separate occasions. He's pleaded not guilty and is demanding a jury trial.
I'm going to ask the parties to submit proposed orders.
Kraft is one of about 300 male customers charged in the sting, which closed 10 massage parlors. Owners of the businesses also face prison time. Kraft has apologized for the incident in a statement last month saying, "I am truly sorry. I know I have hurt and disappointed my family, my close friends, my coworkers, our fans, and many others who rightfully hold me to a higher standard." Kraft's attorney has filed paperwork that waives his presence at all these pretrial hearings. The judge is supposed to make a decision about whether or not to release that tape next week. The big question I have is if, Kraft is innocent and this tape is out there, one might think that it would exonerate him, right? The amount of effort that's going into making sure it doesn't get released, certainly raising some questions.
Absolutely. Zachary, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Well, time now for weather, and Rob Marciano, who's live in Washington, D.C. this morning in the rain. Rob, for a cherry blossom festival, and we see those huge inflatable cherry blossoms.
You see them? What do you think? Check them out. These are on steroids, these big cherry blossoms. Of course, these are just balloons, but they are here to symbolize what we're celebrating today, which was back in 1912, Japan gave this city hundreds of Yoshino cherry trees. Now there's over 3,000 along the National Mall. This is a 4-week festival that culminates with a parade sponsored by our ABC affiliate here, and the rain now finally coming to an end, thankfully. Here it is on the radar, though, across the East Coast. It still has to get through New York, Long Island, Boston as well. A slow-moving system. This has been painfully slow all week. This is part of that blizzard that's now up and through Canada. A flood watch is posted for northern parts of New York and Vermont because of some melt. But here's the good news. Once it does clear out, temperatures aren't really going to cool off all that much. Matter of fact, most folks along the I-95 corridor will be in the 70s today, maybe a little bit cooler over the next several days, but beautiful spring weather after we get through this morning into the 60s on Monday. That's checking your national headlines weather-wise. Here now is your local forecast.
I'm ABC 7's Steve Rudin, planning on checking out the Cherry Blossom Parade downtown on Constitution Avenue. Looking good. A few lingering showers will draw to a close. 10 a.m. looking at temperatures upper 60s. By the noontime hour, we're already at around 70 degrees. Now, if you're going to the Caps playoff game this afternoon, added sunshine on the way. Puck drop at 3 p.m. with temperatures middle to upper 70s. We're on weather alert for tomorrow and into tomorrow night. More on that coming up.
Oh, guys, I can hear the tuba players in the background. The marching bands are getting ready. What do you think of my cherry blossoms?
They look like Lucky Charms a little bit, don't they?
Yeah. Abstract art.
Yes. Beautiful. All right, Rob.
They look tasty for sure.
That's right. Magically delicious, they say. Rob, thank you so much. We are moving on to Dan's favorite segment in the show. That is the NBA playoffs and sports. Tip-off in just a few hours. And this year, a big opportunity for some new teams to make a run. Joining us from Bristol with a preview of all the action is NBA champion and ESPN basketball analyst Richard Jefferson. Richard, welcome to GMA. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's talk about this year's playoffs because it's the first time LeBron James won't be playing in the playoffs since 2005. This really opens the door for other teams to make an impact. What do you expect to happen in his absence this year?
Well, so many people have talked about LeBron James going to the Western Conference and what would it be like in the Eastern Conference not having him there. But really, he's just not in the postseason at all. So it's really kind of open on both sides. But I think you've seen a ton of teams with, making an arms race. You see Philly bringing in a bunch of guys, Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler, who are both in contract.